What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to show you guys and gals how I retired in just 5 years using real estate investing and how you can do it too. But before I start, please go ahead and hit that like button as it helps out a ton, allowing the YouTube algorithm to push this video further so others can also receive this valuable information. Plus, I would really appreciate it as well. Also, make sure you watch to the end because I'm going to show you a bonus method that you can use with this strategy to help save you even more time and money than it cost me and help you to reach your financial freedom number even faster. Let's go. In my opinion, the best time to execute this 5-year plan is during tax season because that return cash can help with the down payment. In my case, I was making about $12 an hour but was able to save $20 per day just by bringing food for lunch and dinner to work. Doing this allowed me to save $4,800 in 1 year, and around the time tax season came around, that gave me an extra $3,500, which added together came to a grand total of $8,300 to start this mission. Year 1. The first thing I did was buy a duplex for $250,000 as my primary residence, and because I was a first-time home buyer with a 630 credit score, I was able to purchase this home with a 3% down payment, which is equal to $7,500. Then I used the additional $800 I had left over, plus some additional savings to go toward closing costs, which came out to about $2,000. Once the deal was closed, I was then able to rent out one unit for $1,400, which was $200 more than my mortgage cost, and live in the other unit for free, with an extra $200 income every month. Year 2. After living in one unit of the duplex for a year, I decided to ask the bank for a loan on a single-family home. And when applying for this loan, the bank doesn't view it as an investment property, but as an upgrade from a multifamily property. This actually allowed me to be able to pay just a 3% down payment again, essentially becoming a first-time home buyer twice. In addition to this, upon moving into the single-family home, I was able to rent out the other unit in the duplex for $1,400 as well, for a total of $2,800 income. This money allowed me to pay the mortgage for the duplex, which is $1,200 a month, and pay the mortgage on the new single-family home I just purchased for $250,000 using the same savings method as before, whose mortgage is $1,200 also, and live for free once again, but this time with $400 extra income every month. Year 3. I did a cash out refinance on my first property, the duplex, as the home value increased by $100,000 in just 2 years. From this transaction, the bank gave me $75,000, which I then used to buy an investment property to rent out. For this duplex that I found, it cost $275,000 to purchase, and I needed to put down a 20% down payment, equal to $55,000. So the down payment plus $6,000 in closing costs left me with $9,000 once finishing this deal. After which, I was able to rent out both units of this property for $1,500 each for a total of $3,000 income. From this money, I paid the $1,500 mortgage on this property and kept the additional $1,500 as extra income per month. Year 4. I did another cash out refinance, but this time on the single family property that I purchased in year 2, which has also increased in value by $100,000 in this 2-year time period. So upon receiving the $75,000 cash out from this transaction, I bought another duplex investment property for $300,000 and put a 20% down payment equal to $60,000 plus the $9,000 closing costs, left me with $6,000 upon completing this deal. After which I rented out both units of this property for $1,600 each for a total of $3,200, from which I paid the $1,800 mortgage on the property and kept $1,400 per month extra income. Year 5. I approached the mortgage company to refinance my first official property where I put down 20% in year 3, the value of which has increased by $150,000, allowing the bank to give me a $120,000 cash out total. It's important to note that once you do a cash out refinance, you start the term of your mortgage from the beginning once again, which means that after having the house for 2 years, you have 28 years left to pay off a 30-year mortgage. But when refinancing is done, you start a new 30-year mortgage with a higher monthly payment because your property value increased. In this case, where I bought a home originally purchased for $275,000 and I was paying a $1,500 mortgage, then I refinanced this property because the value went up $150,000. Add that with the $275,000 I originally paid, and now I'm paying a 30-year mortgage on a house worth $425,000 at around $2,000 per month. So if you do a cash out refinance, it's also good to renovate the properties. This way the tenants will be more understanding when you need to raise their rent. Because naturally, when the price you pay the mortgage company every month goes up, the price the tenant pays you every month goes up to maintain balance. So upon receiving the $120,000 from the refinance, I used $20,000 of that to renovate all 4 of my properties at $5,000 each and raise the rent $100 per month for each of my tenants. The breakdown looks like this. The duplex that I bought as a first-time home buyer originally rented for $1,400 per unit, equaling $2,800 total income, minus the $1,200 I was paying for mortgage at the time, which brought me a $1,600 income. Now, that same duplex is renting for $1,500 per unit after renovations, equaling $3,000 income per month, minus the new mortgage cost of $1,700 after doing the refinance, leaves me with $1,200 income for this property. Next is the single family home that the bank allowed me to purchase as an upgrade from a multifamily duplex for 3% down, allowing me to be a first-time home buyer for the second time, which originally rented for $1,400 a month. And once I did a refinance on it, that brought the rent up to $1,700 per month. And then after putting $5,000 in renovations into it, I will rent this one out for $2,200 a month, minus the $1,700 a month mortgage, leaving me with $500 extra income per month. Next is the second duplex that I purchased that I originally rent for $1,500 per month, equaling $3,000, minus the $1,500 mortgage, left me with $1,500 income per month. Now, after doing renovations, this duplex is renting for $1,600 per unit for a total of $3,200 per month, minus the new mortgage of $2,000 per month after doing the refinancing, leaving me with $1,200 income per month. And lastly, there's the third duplex that I bought, which was originally renting for $1,600 per unit for a total of $3,200, minus the $1,800 mortgage at the time, leaving me with $1,400 extra income per month, which is now renting for $1,700 per unit after renovations for a total of $3,400 per month, minus the $1,800 mortgage, leaving me with a $1,600 income per month for this property. Now with the income I'm receiving from all of these properties added together, that brings me to a grand total of $4,500 per month, minus $500 that I pay a property management company to take care of these properties for me, minus $250 per property that I set aside each month for capital expenditures, repairs, and vacancies, leaves me with a grand total of $3,000 per month for my retirement, which is more than I was making at my previous job on a monthly basis. So that's how I managed to retire in just 5 years. But as promised, here's the bonus method that I learned later in my process, but you can use to possibly achieve your retirement faster than I did, which is instead of putting down 20% for an investment property, you can apply for a vacation property loan. And in this case, the lender only requires a 10% down payment, which saves you half the money needed to acquire the property. The only catch is the vacation home needs to be at least 50 miles from your primary residence to qualify for this loan. But by doing this, you keep more cash in your pocket to grow your investment portfolio so you can retire even faster. I hope y'all enjoyed this presentation, and if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you stay up to date on all future videos, because I have more travel, culture, finance tips, and adventure to show you, as I'm now retired and will be pursuing YouTube full time, bringing you fresh videos from all around the world. So until next time, peace.